Right now, mid-November, that means alternate side parking rules are about to go into effect. Everything you need to know to avoid a ticket.
Also, how UW's MedFlight has a new life-saving weapon to help people suffering from traumatic injury and blood loss.
And as we move into the final 6 weeks of the calendar year, some things to do now to reduce your tax burden come April 15th. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks for staying with us at 5. This just in, Stoughton police are investigating at least one threat made against Stoughton High School last night.
Well, Stoughton Police Chief Daniel Jenks says around 10 last night, the department and school district received information through the Speak Up, Speak Out anonymous tip line. Chief Jenks says they did have a presence of officers at the school today and continue to investigate that online threat. President-elect Donald Trump has nominated Robert F. Kennedy Jr. to lead the Department of Health and Human Services. Kennedy, an anti-vaccine activist who dropped out of the presidential race and later endorsed Trump. The 70-year-old environmental lawyer is known for his false claims on vaccines, including assertions that vaccines are linked to autism, despite numerous studies that have debunked that claim. HHS oversees a number of health agencies, including the CDC, the FDA, and the National Institutes of Health.
Winter overnight parking starts this Friday.
That's right. Our Tanisha Shaw breaks down what you should know to avoid a ticket.
I think more frequent reminders would be helpful, especially about when it's starting and when it's ending, because sometimes you kind of just assume, oh, well, the snow's melted, I'm just going to park wherever.
From November 15th until March 15th, winter parking rules will impact where you can park your car overnight in Madison. Whether you're aware of the rules,
I know you have to park on opposite sides, depending on the day.
Or not.
I'm not familiar with it.
But that is helpful information to know, and I probably wouldn't have known that if you didn't tell me right now.
Here's how it works. Today is the 14th, so you would park on this side of the road with even numbers. Tomorrow is the 15th, so you would park on this side with odd numbers from 1 to 7 a.m. to avoid parking tickets. Have you ever got any tickets from parking on the wrong side?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 5 to 7, probably.
City officials say they have these rules because it helps them plow the roads on snow days. Reporting in Madison, Tanisha Shaw, News 3 Now.
And a proposal for paid parking in public lots in Madison has passed through its second hurdle. In a statement from the Madison Parks Division, they describe the change as a concept that is set to be a short-term, small-scale experiment. Initial ideas for the program suggest charging to park a vehicle during home Badger football games in the north lot at Vilas Park, while offering free 3-hour parking in the South Park. The city says this concept will still offer visitors plenty of free parking throughout the day. City officials will revisit the idea in 2026 and weigh the positive and negative impacts. Take a look now at your first warn forecast with Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington. He's out on the weather patio. Alex?
Eric, we were tracking rain showers last night, and some parts of southern Wisconsin got a decent amount of rain. We'll talk about the rain totals a little later. A week from now, we could be looking at snowflakes coming down to the earlier package regarding winter parking. How about a few winter stats here? When is that average first trace of snow? Usually it's right around the end of October. Earliest was at the end of September back in 1928, and back in 1994 the latest was at the end of November. So we may see that first trace of snow here over the course of the next couple of weeks. More on that in just a bit. Temperatures warm as we go out into early next week, and then we crash behind a weather system cold enough for a few snow showers by again this time next week. We got 48 in Madison right now, 50 in the Wisconsin River Valley, 46 in the Dells, and 48 in Monroe. Here in Dane County, a lot of 48s, a lot of 49s across Dane County right now. So relatively mild because our normal high is 45. And even through the evening, 6 o'clock, 48. When you join Jacob at 10 o'clock, 46. Coming up in Maine weather, we're going to track that weather system for next week and when the best chances for the potential of those snowflakes will be.
All right, Alex, thank you. UW Health MedFlight doctors and nurses have a new tool to help save a person in the moments following a traumatic injury. They're using type O whole blood to help resuscitate people who experience shock due to extreme blood loss. Similar to traditional blood transfusions, whole blood is obtained from blood donors, but is not divided into its individual components.
On MedFlight, we think this is a game changer for us. In the U.S., people that are critically injured, nationally, 1 in 5 likely die within the first 24 hours of their injury. We're seeing that number get smaller in the U.S. as we're able to start resuscitating patients earlier in their injury phase.
Dr. Newberry adds this new method of whole blood is not just the difference between life and death, but whether patients will make a meaningful recovery.
Medicare Part B premiums are set to rise, affecting senior citizens across the country. This week, the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services is announcing an increase in those Part B premiums. For some, Medicare Part B, that plan will go from $175 a month to $185. A Strive Medicare agent says the Inflation Reduction Act's limiting out-of-pocket maximums and the rise in prescription drug costs are the reasons for those increasing premiums. Annual deductibles for Medicare Part B are also set to increase roughly $17.
The amount of unpaid medical care at Wisconsin hospitals has increased for the first time since the start of the pandemic. The annual report from the Wisconsin Hospital Association looks at the total amount of uncompensated care at 166 hospitals in the state. It was up nearly 5% from 2022 to $731 million. Bad debt when patients are unable to pay but don't apply for financial assistance made up more than half of that uncompensated care.
It is 2 weeks to the start of the holiday season. It also takes 2 weeks for those vaccines for flu and COVID to become effective after you get them.
So if you want to be protected over the holidays, doctors say it's time to roll up your sleeve. Bradley Blackburn has more.
Elizabeth Galvin is getting her flu vaccine at this New Jersey Walmart.
So I came to get groceries and I was due for my flu shot.
She says her family gets one every year.
You see a lot of kids and older people get sick from the season.
The holiday season is approaching, so health officials say it's time to get vaccinated for flu and COVID-19 if you haven't already.
Are you with me?
Let's work as a team to defend against the flu.
Gear up with a flu shot.
Protect others and reduce your risk of being sick or hospitalized with the flu.
That's the message in a new PSA from the Ad Council and the CDC.
Last year alone, close to 500,000 people ended up in the hospital because of the flu. Getting a flu shot can reduce that risk by half.
CDC Principal Deputy Director Dr. Nirav Shah says get protected from flu and COVID-19 before we start gathering to celebrate the holidays.
A lot of us are going to be getting together with our families in small gatherings, going to church, going to other events. Those are situations that the virus thrives in. Small groups of people in close quarters with one another.
Vaccination rates have been lagging. Last year, fewer than half of all people in the U.S. received a flu vaccine. Pharmacist Rachana Chowdhury says don't be afraid to ask questions if you're hesitant about getting vaccinated.
They're definitely safe and effective. The best part is when you do come to a pharmacist in retail, we can show you evidence-based research that's been done.
So this holiday season can be happy and healthy for you and your family. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News.
Now, it's recommended everyone ages 6 months and older receive a flu vaccine every year.
Over the last 2 weeks, Madison police say they've received over a dozen calls about an injured coyote in the Midtown district. The UW Urban Canid Project has also reported the possibility of 2 separate coyotes. One was seen with an injured leg near Vilas Park. If you see it, avoid it if possible, or try to scare it away by yelling and waving your arms. However, if you see the coyote pictured here, is it this one, Cody? Mm-hmm. This is the one. Near Odana Golf Course, officers say do not try to scare it away because efforts are being made to try to trap it safely.
Chrysler is recalling more than 200,000 vehicles because of a potential anti-lock braking system malfunction. That recall from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration impacts 2018 and 2019 Jeep Grand Cherokees and Dodge Durangos. According to Chrysler, the malfunction may cause some brake lights to illuminate incorrectly. The issue could also disable the electronic stability control and allow a driver to start and shift out of park without the brake pedal being applied. Now, Stellantis, which owns Chrysler, says braking capability is not affected.
Advanced Auto Parts is closing more than 700 of its 5,000 stores. The car parts retailer says the closures are part of its plan to improve business performance. The company recently announced another dismal earnings report and lowered its full-year outlook for the second quarter in a row. A full list of affected locations has not been released, but the majority are corporate-owned stores.
We're about 6 weeks away from the end of the calendar year, and financial experts say it's a good idea to start thinking about tax season right now. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger recommends logging on to use the IRS's withholding estimator to see how your current paycheck withholding may impact your tax refund or what you owe come spring. You should also consider contributing more to a retirement plan through the end of the year to help reduce your tax bill.
When you look at your retirement plan contributions, that can have a real sizable impact on your taxes. So let's say you're making a pre-tax contribution, a 401k, or you're a teacher, you've got a 403b. You can up that contribution, and that will mean that more money goes into your retirement plan, less money will get taxed, and you will see a lower tax bill potentially next April.
Older savers should also think about the minimum amount that must be withdrawn from their retirement account each year to satisfy federal tax rules. Failure to pay those taxes could result in a penalty of up to 50% of what you should have withdrawn. A&W restaurants bringing their frosty mugs and floats to Madison in an effort to expand the brand's presence in Wisconsin. The root beer serving restaurant chain plans to put between 2 and 4 locations in Madison, up to 5 locations in Milwaukee over the next 5 years. A&W looking for franchisees for some of the new locations. Initial costs for setting up the franchise total around $30,000. Wisconsin is currently home to 55 A&W locations, and there are over 850 between the United States and also Asia. Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington's back next. A complete look at your first warn forecast.
And how American Family Insurance is partnering with a pop-up grocer to make the holidays more affordable for those in need.
And on Wall Street, the Dow falls more than 207 points. Vaccine maker stock tumbles after the Robert F. Kennedy Jr. HHS news. The Nasdaq down 123. The S&P 500 loses 36. And we'll be right back.
You're watching News 3 Now, brought to you by Cardinal Heating and Air Conditioning.
Big, beautiful sectional for just $9.87 with a free ottoman. Big deals.
Black Friday deals.
All month long, up to 60% off list. Deals so big, prices so low. While they last, only at Slumberland Furniture.
This is a cup of coffee. It's to go. Because here, you're on the move. Our team coordinates all your appointments, so you see all the experts you need quicker. Because when you're facing a complex condition, it feels like time is being taken from you. So, we found a way to give it back. Welcome to East Park Medical Center. UW Health. Remarkable.
You don't need to battle addiction alone. Contact the great people at Wood Violet Recovery today. You could be on your way to recovery the same day. Wood Violet Recovery works with a wide range of insurance networks, so a large portion of your treatment may be covered. Wood Violet Recovery will create the treatment plan that best suits your needs. Unlike other rehab facilities, phones and laptops are welcome. Today may feel dark, but there's a brighter tomorrow. Contact Wood Violet Recovery now.
Enjoy a taste of Wisconsin with Madison Magazine. Dig into local cookbooks that celebrate our culinary community and history. And meet 2 innovators who've helped us create memories through cooking. Madison Magazine, online and on newsstands now. And the winner is Madison Magazine. Proud to earn 11 Milwaukee Press Club Awards for excellence in Wisconsin journalism. And the top prize for civic journalism in this year's National City and Regional Magazine Awards.
Hot tubs, hot tubs, hot tubs. The Hot Tub Swim Spa Expo is at Bachman's Pool Spas and Saunas this weekend only. Hundreds of hot tubs from the world's leading brands like Hot Spring Hot Tubs, all discounted. Hot tubs as low as $79 a month. 0% financing. Swim spas up to $20,000 off. Saunas as low as $79 a month. Hot tubs, swim spas, and saunas up to 40% off. Come save thousands this weekend at Bachman's Pool Spas and Saunas. SpaExpoWisconsin.com.
It's the Black Friday mattress sale at Slumberland, up to 60% off list. Get a Sealy Posturepedic high-brand mattress for just $6.99. Or save up to $800 on select adjustable mattress sets.
Hear this help reduce snoring.
New at 6, sexual harassment claims were found insufficient against a Madison alder. Tonight, we hear from his accusers following a fellow alder who broke her silence. See her reaction to the investigation's findings and what it means for Madison's future tonight at 6.
Why was a transgender man serving time in the Dane County Jail sent to solitary confinement?
They didn't know what to do with me.
I'm looking into how inmates are classified for placement within the jail's limited space, especially those who are transgender. Tonight at 6.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Well, when going to holiday gatherings with families and friends, there's almost always one guarantee: a lot of food that can throw off our regular schedules. Dietary specialists at Unity Point Health Meriter are offering some tips to have a healthier holiday experience. Try not to skip meals ahead of a large meal. You're more likely to overeat if you do that. And remember, it takes about 20 minutes for your brain to realize that your stomach is full. Incorporate movement if you can. Physical activity can offset overindulgence and reduce stress.
American Family Insurance and Gooder Pop-Up Grocery partnered up to host a free holiday-themed grocery market for 350 Madison families today. The event aimed to relieve the financial burden that often accompanies the holidays. Currently, 9.2% of Dane County families struggle with food insecurity. Organizers say that Gooder's Pop-Up Grocery Market allows families and individuals alike to shop for groceries with dignity, minus the big price tag.
This makes me feel so amazing to be able to do work like this for our community with partners that are giving of their time, of their space. I think this is so valuable, and I think it just speaks to the community that we've built here and the community that's necessary to support their fellow neighbors.
Families were able to walk up or drive through the market and receive free items such as fresh produce, eggs, bread, milk, and Thanksgiving items like turkey.
Despite higher inflation, Wisconsin actually pays some of the lowest amounts per week when it comes to grocery costs. The typical Wisconsin household pays about $221 a week on grocery bills. The national average is $270 a week, and the highest average is in Hawaii at $334 a week. The report from Visual Capitalist cites Midwestern states' ties to farming and food production for the lower prices.
The satirical news site The Onion has won the bidding war for conspiracy theorist Alex Jones's InfoWars. The amount of that bid has not been announced, but it was backed by several families of the Sandy Hook victims as a result of the purchase. The Onion now owns InfoWars intellectual property, including its website and the production equipment used to put Jones on the air. Now, Jones slammed the sale on social media, claiming it was unconstitutional. The company was being auctioned off to help pay the more than $1 billion that he owes the families of the Sandy Hook victims.
Let's get a check on the weather now. The rain has come to an end. Just kind of cool and quiet out there tonight, Alex.
Cool and quiet, yes indeed. And we did have a decent amount of rain last night. The overall rainfall forecast fell into place pretty close. For sure, areas north and west of Richland Center, we said you probably wouldn't get much at all, and unfortunately you did not. Some of the heavier rain, though, actually lined up just west of Madison along Highway 151. I mentioned that, but over towards Dodgeville, estimates approaching approximately an inch. In areas east of Madison, just a little bit less, about a ½ inch to maybe 3/4 of an inch of precipitation that we had estimated by our radar. Now, they need the rainfall. Update with our drought monitor, severe drought for communities like Janesville over towards Elkhorn. So the drought has actually gotten worse over portions of southeastern Wisconsin. So we need more precipitation. There is more in the forecast. Not tonight, though. Relatively mild temperatures slipping through the upper 40s down to the mid 40s by the time we get to 10 o'clock. Cloudy skies. The clouds are going to be a bit on the pesky side to get out of here on Friday, but let's track that together here. 6 o'clock, we'll have some patchy fog and the clouds around. Slowly, they start to erode by the time we get into the late morning hours and then into the afternoon hours. But I do want to let you know, if the clouds hang around longer on Friday, our high temperatures might not get quite as warm as we're expecting. Visibility is just updated here with our visibility future track, showing that we could have visibilities below 2 miles, especially just north and east of Madison and over portions of southwestern Wisconsin. But the visibilities will improve quickly as well with the daytime. Highs of 53, that could be optimistic. We may stay in the 40s if those clouds stick around for a little bit longer in the future. I've been showing this graphic a lot, but I want to keep this very abundantly clear that next week looks active. Rain and breezy on Tuesday could transition to snow showers Wednesday, Thursday, going on into Friday and even into Saturday. Future Track still showing rain and potentially heavy rain going into Tuesday. It's as we get on the backside of this weather system on Wednesday going on into Thursday that we could start seeing the rain showers mixing in with snow showers Wednesday, Thursday, going on into Friday and perhaps even into Saturday. Best chances for those snowflakes would be at nighttime and during the morning hours. During the daytime, we may warm up just enough on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for a little bit more of the rain mix. At nighttime, though, temperatures eventually getting down into the upper 20s as that cold air fills in behind that weather system. And quite timely, in fact, here, Winter Weather Awareness Week is next week. Definitely be tuning into our newscasts where we'll discuss the winter weather outlook. We're going to learn about different winter storm types, review our winter weather terminology, and discuss weather preparedness as well.
It's that time. It's coming. Alex, thank you. Next at 5. After a father builds a public half pipe in his suburban Milwaukee barn for his skateboarding son, we'll tell you why it may soon be shut down. That story is coming up.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
When a truck accident happens, the results can be catastrophic. Our dedicated and proven team is here to help, and there's never a fee until we win. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Think all Medicare plans are the same? Think again. A Medicare Advantage plan from Dean Health Plan gives you the benefits you need with premiums as low as $0 a month. Medical, hospital, and prescription drug coverage comes with $0 copays for primary care doctor visits. And extra benefits can help you save even more. Get preventive and comprehensive dental, $250 for eyewear, and $750 for hearing aids. Plus, you can save on over-the-counter health and wellness items. All this and free fitness memberships at more than 25,000 locations. Call 1-888-296-4080 today to get your free Dean Health Plan Medicare Advantage Guide. That's 1-888-296-4080. Dean Health Plan. Right here with you.
The days are shorter and the chill is setting in. Is your home ready to face the cold?
Feldco's energy-efficient windows can save you money and keep you warm this winter. Right now, buy one window and you'll get one free. Plus, no money down and no interest until 2026. Specifically designed for the Midwest, our windows are also backed by nearly 50 years of experience in the industry.
Buy one window, get one free, and soon. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco. I've been a motorcyclist for a little over 20 years now. I always wanted to have a motorcycle my whole life, and dashing helps me support that hobby. I love the flexibility of dashing. I love the connections I make. Dashing lets me do what I want, when I want. I'm my own boss now. If dashers can maintain their freedom, flexibility, independence, and have access to benefits, that would really be the best of both worlds. Portable benefits would help me cover medical costs, dental, vision. That would be fantastic.
For 15 years, Gilda's Club Madison has provided free emotional support, cancer education, and hope to children and adults facing any kind of cancer. Is someone in your life facing cancer? Support is available in Dane County and virtually throughout Wisconsin. To learn more, visit gildasclubmadison.org so that no one faces cancer alone.
A truck crash can be life-changing. If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices. We have a powerful team with the knowledge, resources, and history of results you'll need. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
The small town of Grafton in suburban Milwaukee is home to the tallest public half-pipe in North America. A father built it in his barn for his son who loves to skateboard.
But this new landmark may be on the verge of a shutdown. Dua Azrar has the story.
Barns like this one can be found for miles.
It is absolutely unbelievable.
Not many
It's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing.
will have a half pipe nestled inside. When the wheels of his skateboard hit the ramp, Leaf Tracer finds himself at home.
Whenever I'm feeling sad or down or just want to have fun, I'm just able to skateboard.
It's a testament of Jeremy Tracer's love.
When the community reached out, it was obvious that other people were interested also.
With the nearest half pipe nearly 6 hours away, Jeremy decided to bring his son's love of the sport right to Grafton.
A couple hours a day after work. It took about 10 months.
The Midwest vert ramp is now the tallest public half pipe in North America.
So small that when people started showing pictures of this on Instagram, Tony Hawk caught wind of it and ended up coming out. I mean, that's how small of a community that this is.
No, not right now. I really don't.
It's also at risk of shutting down.
There has been work done in there without pulling any proper permits. There's work that probably does not conform with the building codes. We don't know that it's safe for the public.
For the Tracers,
making it restrictive would be terrible.
This ramp was a way to share their love of the sport with others. The town of Grafton says that's still possible, just not at this barn.
For me to just try and do something for my kid that then becomes something so heartfelt by the community is tremendous, and I can't be grateful enough.
Well, the town of Grafton held a closed session at last night's town meeting to decide the fate of the ramp. No word yet on what they decided, but we'll let you know.
Stay with us for a final check of your First Warn forecast after a short break.
The Hot Tub Swim Spa Expo is at Bachman's Pool Spas and Saunas this weekend only. Hundreds of hot tubs from major brands, all discounted. Hot tubs as low as $79 a month. Hot tub swim spas and saunas up to 40% off. Come save thousands this weekend at Bachman Pool Spas and Saunas.
It shouldn't be this easy to get a dinner this tasty on the table. Our all-new, no antibiotics ever, all-natural pork and chicken meatballs heat up in minutes and are delicious in a variety of dishes or appetizers. They're as easy as heat, sauce, and serve. They're packed with protein and free from gluten, dairy, soy, and wheat. They're so juicy and flavorful because we use only high-quality ingredients and a few simple spices. Jones, making mealtime better since 1889.
Save money on your next project at Menards. Transform your space with Shaw Vinyl Tile Flooring. It's waterproof, durable, and features an attached pad for added comfort and easy installation. Claremont Vinyl Tile Flooring is $219 per square foot after rebate. Add style and privacy to your home. We have a huge selection of curtains from Lichtenberg with over 170 options to choose from. Get this Garner curtain panel for $9.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont it, you want some ice time, a nice time, so good you posted twice time. You want some cheer, now I'll show you where you gotta be, tell you who you gotta see, ooh, it's gonna make you smile. You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont.
Enjoy the magic of the North Pole, just east of O'Hare, with miles of memories waiting to be made. To Rosemont it your way, start at rosemont.com.
Rosemont.
Like a bowl of cherries, life in Attic Angel is healthy and sweet. Our independent and assisted living lifestyles include newly renovated apartments, engaging social activities, and wellness support that is tailored to you. As time marches on, we promote the idea that life can always be a bowl of cherries. Attic Angel, the house that angels built.
The Hot Tub Swim Spa Expo is at Bachman's Pool Spas and Saunas this weekend only. Hot tubs from major brands, all discounted. Swim spas up to $20,000 off. Hot tub swim spas and saunas up to 40% off. Come save thousands this weekend at Bachman's Pool Spas and Saunas.
Coming up tonight on the CBS Evening News, Donald Trump chooses Robert F. Kennedy Jr. to lead the Department of Health and Human Services after promising that Kennedy can go wild on health, food, and medicines. Why it's raising major alarm bells with public health experts. That and more headlines coming up on the CBS Evening News.
Well, after a 19-year hiatus from the ring, Mike Tyson is hitting the boxing ring this Friday for his first professional fight in almost 2 decades. The 58-year-old former heavyweight champion will take on 27-year-old YouTuber turned fighter Jake Paul. This bout takes place at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. It'll stream on Netflix starting at 7 Friday night. Not sure if you're into that sort of thing or not. Let's go to Alex. Final check of the forecast.
We got some good stuff in the forecast, and then we've got that weather system next week. There might be some folks that are not quite wanting what we're going to get next week, or at least very likely. But let's start off with the good stuff. 50s for high temperatures clear through Tuesday, but it's Monday going into Tuesday. A strong weather system moves into the Midwest, bringing us rain, maybe a clap or two of thunder. Later Tuesday night, though, cold air starts to fill in behind that weather system, and the weather system is just going to sit around in the upper Great Lakes region, bringing reinforcing bouts of cold air, and that air could be cold enough that some of that rain could mix in with some snow showers, and by the time we get to the end of the week, cold enough where maybe a few of those snowflakes might start to stick to the ground.
But that won't affect Thanksgiving travel.
No,
the
not
following week, so that's good news.
That's good news, yeah.
All right, Alex, thank you. Thanks for joining us. We're back in 30 minutes with more updates on News 3 Now at 6. Stay tuned now for the CBS Evening News.